Emma Culligan, a treasure hunter with a background in metal and digging, has discovered an artifact deep in the soil of Oak Island's Lot 5. This find could prove that ancient travelers reached these shores long before we ever imagined. The ancient coin on Lot 5 could be a door to the past, as it could be proof that people from across the world were here long before we ever guessed. Culligan's skills and brains training make her more like a science wizard than someone just poking around in the mud. She studied at Memorial University, where she gained all her metal and digging knowledge. She knows how to use tech gadgets and scans to uncover secrets hidden in lumps of metal. The coin found on Lot 5 had 70 parts copper and 16 parts lead, with a light layer of 99.96% lead, which is pretty pure, with 0.02% copper and iron. This mix screams ancient, not new, and belongs in history books. Culligan figured it might be a real piece from the Roman times between 200 and 300 years ago. If this little coin can shake the story, what else could be down there? Tools, clothes, maps, anything the island could be holding way more than we thought it was. Emma's calm, focused style allows the facts to speak without fluff. She shows the numbers, metal makeup, and walks the team through what it meant without fluffiness. Fans are filling up the internet with her name, and she has become the go-to brain on the island. She has been there through Culligan has been a key player in the Oak Island Mystery Show, with her screen time climbing rapidly. Her recent discovery has put every veteran on edge, and the old crew is losing ground. Emma's presence has led to the experts behind the scenes sweating as her latest AR fact shifts the spotlight even more. The quiet force beneath Oak Island is constantly digging up new evidence that could change everything. Emma's presence has made her the unexpected anchor of the whole operation, pulling more focus and attention from the rest of the crew. She has already passed some of the people who used to be front and center, such as Dan Blankenship, who made it into 35 episodes from Season 1 to Season 6. Emma's steady rhythm make her the only one bringing actual results, or making it seem like something real is happening. The veterans have been around for ages, and what they have shown for it lately have been more dirt, mystery, walking, and slow motion. Emma's face is showing up more often than the finds, which is a sign that people online have started noticing her name popping up in forums and clips. Fans are pointing out how she's quietly racking up more screen time than the usual big talkers. Some think the producers are shifting the spotlight her way on purpose, but Emma brings something fresh to the show that's been spinning the same tale for over a decade. When someone new runs this fast in a show that has been stuck, the old guard doesn't love it. They're not panicking out loud, but shuffle real fewer interviews with the usual crew and more time on Emma brushing off artifacts and checking soil. Emma's episode count is now a scoreboard, and the fact she passed Dan, who used to be a pillar of the whole island effort, is the kind of quiet stat that hits hard. It's weird how quickly it happened too. In just a little over 2 seasons, Emma's climb to the ranks faster than most even gets their boots muddy. That makes her stand out more in a show full of theories and rehashed ideas. Emma, a key player in the show Oak Island Adventure, has been making a significant impact on the show. She is known for her grounded approach, dragging the story back into the dirt and making it feel like it matters. The editing team knows this, as she is seen as the most grounded part of the show. Emma's presence has grown over 38 episodes, making her a significant figure. The shift from blurry maps and guesses to Emma's hands deep in the dig has made her name more prominent. Emma's calm focus plays louder than the big talk, and the latest find she uncovered has only amplified the tension. Every discovery she links to shifts the balance even further. The crew members who have been there since day one are seeing their grip loosen, and Emma's presence keeps showing up where it counts. The show needs something that feels real and with weight, and Emma's presence seems to be on the right path. Other familiar faces, such as Vanessa Lucido and Miriam Amaro, have also made their mark on the island. Vanessa is known for showing up when heavy digging is going down, especially around the deep hole called the Money Pit. Miriam has appeared in 28 episodes, placing her in 3rd place. However, she hasn't been seen since Season 10. Despite the changes, fans still wonder what happened to Emma, who left her mark during her run. Her time on the island was full of lab work, and her presence has made the show more engaging and relatable. Helen Sheldon, a key figure in the treasure hunt show, fills in the gaps between the digging and counting episodes. She is present in the planning, paperwork, and less flashy aspects of the hunt, while Krista Bro, a member of the team, is clocked in 24 episodes. Krista's scenes are steady and focused on careful work rather than rushing through things. Vanessa, with her noise and steel, and Miriam with her lab coat, contribute to the steady pace of the show. Krista leans into the detail, testing the careful side of the hunt. The pattern of how and when they appear fills in the gaps, telling part of the story. Another side of the island is where dirt turns into dollars, land luck, and a camera crew. Rick, a regular guy in a blue shirt working the post route, used to sort mail for a living but now owns part of the land they dig on. Rick's worth is around $10 million, and every company that came out tried to figure out what was going on with the saltwater and the money pit. Rick's wealth has increased significantly after the show started in 2014, which became a hit with viewers and bigger checks. Rick also owns part of the land they dig on, adding a significant chunk to his wallet. Marty, the younger brother, is playing in a different league with a net worth estimated at between $60 million and $100 million. In 1982, he started a company that pulled natural gas out of the ground and sold it for $58 million, giving him the cash most people never see. Marty also owns a large slice of the same island as Rick, owning a big slice of the land for grapes. He is deeply involved in the business, making him the real mastermind behind the treasure hunt.
Or both. Soon after discovering a 17th century musket projectile which was used in cannons, they find what appears to be a Maravedi, which is identical to the one found in the Season 1 finale, The Find. This coin is unique because it has been cut into tiny pieces. Oak Island entered a new era when the dust subsided and the significance of the discovery became apparent. The long-held legend had finally come true, permanently altering the fate of the island. Oak Island. Specific museums, exhibits, and research facilities have emerged, revealing the island's enthralling history and incredible discovery story. The Oak Island treasure symbolized human perseverance and the ceaseless pursuit of the unknown. It served as a monument to the ability of the human spirit to solve even the most difficult challenges. The island's name would endure in the annals of exploration and treasure hunting, inspiring future generations to investigate unresolved mysteries. Remember to subscribe to the channel for additional blues from the mysterious universe. Today, Oak Island is still a fascinating destination where tourists can follow in the footsteps of the early explorers by exploring the money pit's depths and witnessing the astounding discovery that forever altered the course of human history. The island serves as a reminder that there are still mysteries to be solved, secrets to be uncovered, and hidden treasures in the most unlikely places. The island serves as a reminder that there are still mysteries to be solved, secrets to be uncovered, and hidden treasures in the most unlikely places. Tap the video links that appear as there is much to learn about Oak Island. Click now and we'll meet you there in a moment.
The Oak Island team steps back so that the Dumas Contracting Company team can start drilling in this episode. The business is ready to start the job and has everything it needs. Is it possible that new things will be found? How did the team get past problems to reach their goal? The most important question is, where is the wealth that was buried? Stay tuned as we keep looking for the treasure that has been hidden for a long time. Early in the morning, the drilling company starts by planning how to dig the yard shaft all the way down. For about 6 hours, the flooded water has to be drained out of the garden shaft. Then, debris and artifacts have to be pulled out, wood sets have to be added, and the tube underground has to be made clear enough to be explored. The first step in the process seems to be putting together a very strong and useful tool called the hammer grab, which weighs more than 3 tons and is used for digging. After the dig, the team plans to build new 8-foot-tall wooden levels to try to link to the confirmed but still unexplored tunnel. Different artifacts found by the Oak Island team during their past drilling have proven that the tunnel is there. Some of the water that was pumped out has been seen and studied so far and found to contain gold and other things. But there is one thing that stands out from what they saw. The water that was covered in gold didn't seem to come from the garden shaft. Instead, it seemed to come from the baby blob, which is west of the garden shaft. It was found that the baby blob had the most metal and other artifacts compared to other parts of the money pit, through past study and excavation efforts. The team has a lot of hopes for both during and after the addition of the shaft area. A lot of people are positive, excited about the discoveries that will be made, and interested in where they came from. The team was able to figure out the right way for their excavation work by looking at maps and past observations of the land. The garden shaft was the best place to begin the addition at any height and on a flat surface. With this going on, an area of up to 80 feet can be dug up, explored, and watched. This is a large underground area that should yield many artifacts during the process. One thing is certain about this whole operation: good things will happen, even though the team will face some problems along the way. Another good thing is that some problems are easy to solve with the help of the team's partners at Dumas Contracting Limited. The drilling company is helpful when there is no way to get to places with a lot of metal materials. They can also help with additions if needed. If we're lucky, no prize will be forgotten and the chances of finding the lost treasure are higher than ever. The Dumas team starts the job on a good note, ready to find out more. A few hours into the workday, some team members met in the war room as normal. But this time, it was to have a meeting with someone from LagIna Technologies. The purpose of the meeting was to go over the scientific reports of the money pit. A lot of the Oak Island team seems worried about what the reports might say. The study was mostly useful, and the LagIna Technology team worked hard to make sure it was correct. In the money pit area, the tech team put about 14 monitors into 5 boreholes. It's very, very deep, but most of the sensors were only 80 to 250 feet below the ground. This is very, very close to the tube. It wasn't just recently that the investigation was done. It happened as early as 2021, and it took almost 2 years to do all the necessary studies. This means that the report's conclusions are not based on quick observations, but on thorough study and testing. Based on the story, it looks like the sensors could pick up muons even when they were buried several feet deep. The representative said there were specific things to look for, like suits, voids, tubes that cross at the money pit, and strange things happening underground. The reports were shown clearly, showing how full the money pit was. The 3D picture shows that the areas with moderate density are yellow, the areas with low density are blue dots, and the areas with high density are orange and red. Based on how you look at it, places with a high density are more likely to have treasures, while areas with a low density are more likely to have tunnels, voids, or vaults. Based on the picture, the result is good overall. What should be the baby blob was found about 65 feet below the money pit, west of the garden shaft. There was a lot of stuff there. More than 112 feet below the surface, however, there is a low-density area. The team has a conflict of interest because the results mean they might not be able to get to the high-density area because Dumas Limited is still running. Luckily, this isn't the only place where there are a lot of people. An oddity was found about 85 feet southwest of the garden shaft and 230 feet below the money pit. It had a much higher density than other places. This information makes everyone think of their potential. It looks like Oak Island might have more than one prize. This fact has never occurred to searchers in the past or present until now. The team is willing to learn more about what has been found and agrees to use careful digging to try to find out more about the island. As the minute went on, another report was made about an odd, low-density area that Oak Island's team seemed to have looked into. It's different from other low-density, concentrated areas because it seems to cover a mythical, important spot. There have been many attempts to